Showcasing one of Limpopo's biggest government-run infrastructure projects, the Dikgeregere campaign was launched in July last year. Through the campaign, the Provincial Public Works Department aims to minimize the outsourcing of construction projects while creating permanent jobs for locals. As part of the program, the province is currently regraveling this 12-kilometer stretch of road between Ramaja and Polokwane. The department believes the road will help ease traffic flow to Moria during the upcoming Easter weekend. The province is confident that highlighting the project to the minister will go a long way in helping them source additional funds for the Dikgeregere program.
Through this program, we've managed in the main to hire 174 people permanently. And this March, next week, on the 31st of March, I will be unveiling the second cohort of 150 newly employed of the department. We are agreeing principle that let's strengthen the internal capacity of government, but also we've managed to show him exactly what we are doing, so that as and when there are grants, they must be able to then assist us, because ours is to create more jobs in the province and also strengthen the department, take it back to its former glory, to be the department that will work for the people with its own internal staff and its own yellow fleet.
This is the first time that the quarterly Public Works mini-MEC meeting is held outside the Western Cape and Gauteng. The meetings serve as a report-back session between provinces and the National Public Works Department. MECs from the 8 other provinces believe the meeting will yield success for their provinces too.
What we have picked is the delay of projects due to unrest, and others, of course, due to poor performing contractors, and which is something that we are entering to that space too. Although some of us are limited, particularly ourselves as politicians, to enter into supply chain related issues.
Limpopo Premier Dr. Popi Ramathuba appealed for the minister's support as they are working to build the provincial government's capacity to in-source most services.
We want to appeal to you, Minister, support our department. As a province, we have taken a decision that we would prefer to do our infrastructure in-house where state has got capacity. Support, as you have seen, our Dikgeregere program for yourself, wherein we have appointed staff, we have procured our own yellow fleets, and we are doing the work in-house. We are saying, even a building, spending this particular amount of money, we should be able to be advertising a contract in-house, because it's having to start by outsourcing even the supply chain. When you have a chief director responsible for supply chain, with directors, with deputy directors, with assistant directors, what are they doing when we have appointed them? So, Minister, help us and support that particular work.
The minister was also taken to the construction site of the Limpopo Theatre. Macpherson reiterated his commitment to ensuring that expropriation for public use happens in the country.
We're really taking a holistic approach into the construction sector, into the development sector, in buildings, in making sure that they are used for economic growth and for job creation. And it's really through these partnerships, through national government and provincial governments, that we're going to be able to turn South Africa into a construction site, create those many jobs, but also build a country for the future, which is so important to us. You cannot have economic growth without having an efficient and effective Expropriation Act. We cannot expropriate land for roads and for ports and for railways unless we have an act that sits behind that. We're very clear that we are in support of an act that achieves those goals and those objectives, so we are currently working through that.
Macpherson says government is in the process of assessing property that will be required for Eskom infrastructure. Biman Baloyi, SABC News, Polokwane.